this lead into single digits as he comes up working on a spare. And he does with a strike.
Another strike. Oh. Last two balls he's thrown were strikes. This time picks on the 1-2 pocket. Looks like the 6 and the 8 are going to stand up. They both kind of fall together, looking for the double. And it's that close.
A 4-pin. Well, the lead is down to 7 right now for Lipke and Valcourt. Spare it up. That's 3 marks in a row. All of a sudden, the team of Bourque and Emerson are heating it up a bit, threatening to take the lead if Tim Lipke doesn't do anything here. Very smooth delivery, and I think Tim had a feeling that was going to be bad news. He hit the head pin head on.
Threw his arms out like, uh-oh. And you're right through the middle. Cluster of 5 in the right-hand corner plus the 4-7.
And Tim will take, let's see, a 7? Yes, a 7 box.
64 through 7. So all of a sudden they've gone ice cold.
And the lead has in fact turned to Bourque and Emerson by 6. Better first ball that time for Tim. Leaves the 6-10 in the corner. And there's the spare. That's a nice spare right there to stop the bleeding a little bit for the team.
Norm Bourque is going to see if he can keep the string alive. Working on a string of 3 marks right now. 5 for this game. 3 spares and 2 strikes.
Oh, Norm is right in the pocket. Strike on spare again.
Going up by the 10s.
20 pins in each of the last 3 boxes now.
He picks on the 1-2 pocket. 8 and 9. Last 2 to go. Looking for the double strike. Looks pretty good.
Oh, it is pretty good. Yes, for the double
there
strike.
it is.
Oh, by. That's 5 marks in a row now.
And that very easily could have been 4 strikes in a row because Ed threw a solid 9-pin drop on the other side of his strike. Left just the 4-pin, came back and spared it up, and now Norm has thrown 2 strikes.
This is going to be a huge second game. Looking for the triple, a little light. Takes 7. 162 plus this ball. And he loses it through the middle, but 162 is not bad for Norm Bourque and Ed Emerson. 7 marks in the last 8 boxes of that game.
Well, Larry Valcourt working on a spare. I try to keep pace a little bit anyways. Remember, they came in by leading by 28. And he comes right back in the pocket, and wow. 5, 7, 9.
That was on a spare.
Try to cut the 5-pin into the 7. Hopefully the ball will take the 9.
Bourque and Emerson with 44 pins in the last 2 boxes, thanks to that double strike.
And 102 in the last 5. 104 in the last 5.
That's pretty good.
Yes.
104 in 5 boxes.
That's a pretty good game, let alone 5 boxes.
They went spare, strike, strike to finish that game. And they have taken a 28-pin deficit and turned it just about completely around. And Larry Valcourt looking for a carry on the 5-pin. He'll have to convert it for a spare. He's got it, and that could be important because this will leave the lead under 30 if Larry can get a sizable enough fill.
Reminds me of the match between Al Bolduc and Reggie DeLine when Reggie opened up with that big game and a big lead. And Al actually came back and took the lead in that match. Same thing is happening here.
A 6 fill for Larry, a 106, a 2-string total 239. But that trails Bourque and Emerson with a 267, so the lead is 28. Bourque and Emerson come from 28 down to take a 28-pin lead going into the third game. We'll be back with that third and deciding game in a minute. Here we go, third and deciding game of this doubles championship match, and this thing is turned completely around.
Strange how it goes. Opening game of 133 to 105 in favor of Lipke and Valcourt. Second game, that's a 28-pin advantage for them. And second game, if you just join us, 106 to 162 in favor of Bourque and Emerson, a 56-pin advantage. So the 28-pin lead now is switched on to the Emerson Bourque side.
And Tim Lipke started the string with a half Worcester on top of that. On the head pin, full this time.
Well, he's got the 2-pin, he's got the 7, he's got the 9, he's got them scattered all over the place.
He's got too many.
Really.
I'm sure for Tim's liking.
He's going to go after the 2. After that, he's going to need some help for the 2-pin and the ball. Oh, 2 flush on the 2. So 2 open frames.
Well, we'll be keeping one eye on the lead and one eye on the total as we move through this third game. Ed Emerson will lead it off for his team in the third. Remember, each team has the option to pick who they'd like to lead off, and I guess
that strategy worked.
They made the right choice.
Although you're telling a guy that just threw a double strike, I'm starting. But both of the bowlers have been bowling well that second game, and he's right back in the pocket again. This time the 5 and the 9, and a tough piece of wood out in front. And you see Eddie taking a look at it. Just got to go left-hand tip, and even then there's no guarantees. Give it a heck of a try, though.
That's 4 strikes, rather 5 strikes for the team of Bourque and Emerson, and they've had all 5 of them in the last 8 boxes. 28 opening pair, that adds 11 more to the lead, so it's now 39. Larry Valcourt will try and get something started. $800 to the winners, $400 to the runners-up. Larry is right on target. Leaves the 3-6, and everything else went into the pit.
Kind of lonely down there, those 2 pins. Even more so when you're 40 down. Start with some offense right here. Oh boy. It's not the way it goes sometimes. Hit the object pin, drove it straight back, left the 6.
Larry moves over to lane 31 here at Park Place.
Just to run down those scores that Doug alluded to just a few minutes ago. It's 448 at the top, 412, 381, and 373.
And since our lead team, Bourque and Emerson, had a 267 through 2, it would seem that those last couple of scores, at least, are certainly in jeopardy. Larry Valcourt moved the 5-pin, I'd say, about 2 inches.
it may help him when converting to 10. He's going to go right at the wood in front of the 4 and 7 and clip the wood behind the 5 and snap it. Nope, threw the pin up and over that wood. So it's going to be 2 open frames again.
And it's an 8 box. Norm Bourque will step up now.